first entrant. Coming up next, the Pure Wrestling titles on the line as Kraig Keesaman takes on Krotch, what should be a phenomenal contest. Kraig Keesaman's one of your favorite competitors. I know that, Mylan.
Kraig Keesaman is a one-man battle axe, a human destruction machine, and tonight he's taking on Krotch, a guy that me and my boy Ricky Kwong know well. But Kraig Keesaman, he's got this one in the bag.
Hello, 3XW. John Bond here tonight with the ever-popular Krotch. Tonight, Krotch, you've got a matchup against the Viking warrior, an old nemesis of mine, if you will, Kraig Keesaman. Your thoughts on your match tonight against the Viking god?
Well, you know, the nice thing about getting to wrestle Kraig Keesaman, the Viking warrior, I didn't even know there were any friggin' Vikings left in the world. But anyway, the reason that it's so great to be able to wrestle Kraig Keesaman is because that man holds the 3XW Pure Wrestling Championship, which means that if I pin him, I'm the 3XW Pure Wrestling Champion. And that pure title, that represents the purity of 3XW, the purity of the wrestling here. Well, tonight, Kraig, I'm going to take your purity. Oh, Jesus. Ugh.
That doesn't sound good at all.
That's not what I meant. What I mean to say is tonight, I'm getting the Pure Wrestling Championship title, and Kraig Keesaman, you're getting crotched.
Back to you guys.
Pure Wrestling title action here, folks, as we await the entrance of Krotch to the Des Moines Social Club. Krotch is a huge fan favorite here in Des Moines, and don't let the physical stature, the build deceive you, folks. This guy's a phenomenal athlete, just a great competitor inside the ring, great guy outside the ring. You know, this match was set up, he did lose to Ricky Kwong last month.
Right,
I'll give you that.
which is why I want to know why in the world this guy's going to get a title shot.
Todd Countryman set this match up. You know, Krotch has a lot of issues with the Gentleman's Club. We saw him outside the ring. He still wants to get his revenge from getting assaulted by the Gentleman's Club in November. I mean, it was clear back in Krotch's hometown, I think. We don't have footage of it, unfortunately. But since then, Todd Countryman last month put Krotch up against Ricky Kwong. This month, he put him in there with Kraig Keesaman, put him against the toughest opponents possible that would possibly do damage to Krotch. And mainly, he wants to keep Krotch away from the Gentleman's Club at 3X Wrestling events so he doesn't interfere with the Gentleman's Club's matters. And coming up next, we're going to hear from our 3XW Pure Wrestling Champion, Kraig Keesaman, who caught up with Mike Irvine earlier tonight.
3XW faithful, I got a treat for you here tonight. I'm here with the Pure 3X Wrestling Champion, Kraig Keesaman, the Nordic God. He's here tonight taking on Krotch, who's gotten a Pure Wrestling Championship shot. Now, Kraig, you've got one of the longest, and I believe the longest, singles undefeated streak here in the history of 3X Wrestling. What are you going to do to Krotch tonight?
What am I going to do to Krotch? Same thing I do to everybody month in and month out here in this organization. I'm going to take Krotch, I'm going to break him, I'm going to destroy him, and I'm going to let him know that I am Kraig Keesaman, the Nordic Warrior.
Now we await the entrance of Kraig Keesaman. Well, everything you've heard about Kraig Keesaman is true, folks. Oh my God, he's got a battle axe in hand tonight. A real battle axe in hand. He's a battle axe in the ring as well. Is undefeated in 20 months of 3X Wrestling action. Has not been pinned or submitted in 22 months of action. He's been the Pure Wrestling Champion since August of 2009. To his credit, he's been a fighting champion, taking on all sorts of challengers. All shapes and sizes. He'll take on any man, he'll take on any woman, any child, quite frankly. This guy's an absolute beast in and out of the ring.
The referee better watch out. He's not going to be...
Referee Ben McAfee.
Missing some digits.
Wow. The referee has taken the battle axe away from Kraig Keesaman, thank God. Depending on what would have happened with that axe, who knows if we even would have been able to hold our Tyler Black, Jeremy Wyatt match later tonight. Krotch, one of my favorite athletes here in 3XW. He's got tremendous charisma. He's a good competitor in the ring. Always fun to see him on Outside the Ring. You can watch Outside the Ring at 3xwrestling.com and each and every month. You can also go on YouTube and simply do a Google search for 3XW Outside the Ring.
Or for Chad Milan.
Now we're going to hear from Krotch on the microphone.
What is shaking? Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, your hip-shaking hero, Krotch, has a shot against the undefeated Kraig Keesaman. Well, I guess he hasn't been defeated in a while. And his pure wrestling championship title. Kraig Keesaman, Viking warrior. You came out earlier. You were saying something about how you deserve a world title shot. Well, let me tell you something, you Nordic Neanderthal. You had better keep your eyes on your pure wrestling championship, not the world title, or you may just end up getting crossed.
This kid is really full of himself. You know that?
Good point by Krotch. You know, we saw Kraig Keesaman viciously assault Jimmy Rocco, and he almost would have ended my own career of broadcasting if he had the chance. Thank God I had elusive athleticism. I don't know where that came from. Pure nervous energy. That's all that was, Chad. That's all it was, indeed.
I just make sure that you changed your pants before you came back to the broadcast booth.
But look at this. No, right away, Krotch, the master of the mind games here at 3XW. Don't let the thrusting fool you. He actually uses that a lot of time for extra momentum on holds, as well as a psychological advantage. Beautiful arm drag exhibited.
But if there's one person that's completely immune...
Look at this! Oh! Extra impact on that arm wrench.
Like I was saying, if there's one person that's absolutely immune, though, to mind games, it's got to be the absolutely undefeatable Kraig Keesaman.
I don't know about that, Mylon. The times we do see him lose focus on a match is when the crowd starts chanting loud at him, or his opponent's playing the mind games. Look at him, he's already upset.
All he needs is a little bit of guidance, quite frankly.
Look at this. No, misses. Oh, nice. Wow, what a punch by Krotch. Ooh. Kraig Keesaman. Oh!
You do not want
to the back,
trade
just like
blows
that.
with Kraig Keesaman.
Well, Keesaman, you know, he's got the advantage now, but he's got to keep focus on this bout and not think about the heavyweight title situation, quite frankly. I mean, it's already been set. Rockwell gets to face the winner of black versus white tonight. Kraig Keesaman, you know, maybe if he enters and wins the gauntlet for the gold, he'll get a shot down the line. Nice athleticism shown by Krotch, first with a leapfrog and then a beautiful bulldog. Oh! Drop kick right to the jaw of Kraig Keesaman, right in that right jaw. What's he setting up for here? Oh yeah, beautiful sit-down splash. Great cover, had both shoulders down, all the weight on the shoulders. Kick out by Kraig Keesaman. Unusual to see Kraig Keesaman getting at the worst for wear in the early going of any contest.
Well, he's just getting started.
No, look at this. Oh, right to the shoulder breaker. What an innovative counter by Kraig Keesaman.
You see that? You do not one-up Kraig Keesaman. You do not embarrass that man right there, because he will hurt you, and he will hurt you badly.
Well, the Viking Warrior is certainly one of the top competitors here in 3X Wrestling. Oh, look at this. He's not biting the man.
He's
there.
not just a Viking warrior. He's a Nordic god, sir.
Well, he's beloved in his native land of ice and snow. I understand that's somewhere in Scandinavia.
Southern Scandinavia.
Southern Scandinavia. Oh, elbow to the face. Krotch has got to get something going here. It could be an early night.
Well, if there's one thing, though, at least Krotch will be walking out with something, and that's a free ride to the hospital of his choice. So it's really win-win.
Oh! A couple more chops like that, he might have to get his chest stitched up. Irish whip. Sunset flip, though. Here we go. He's got him over. Legs on the shoulders. Good technique. 2 count. Oh! Wow, what a knee to the chest.
He kicked him clear across the
Looked like he was
ring.
setting up for that bicycle kick. To Krotch's credit, he kind of moved forward, minimizing the effect, but that was still, my God, what a knee lift. Knee right to the face of Krotch. I barely contain my excitement of this action.
Well, you ought to be excited when you're shown the Nordic god Kraig Keesaman in a match. It's always excitement.
Now raking the eyes on the ropes. Classic technique by Kraig Keesaman. I mean, he's a phenomenal all-around competitor. What a great brawler, great technician. He's got a beautiful flying elbow drop as well. But man, he really excels at the underhanded tactics.
Well, he's got underrated strength too. If we're talking about all the great things that Kraig Keesaman brings to the table,
absolutely.
His underrated strength. He can literally pick you up and throw you across the ring.
And the graphics at 210 pounds, but realistically, he weighed in at about 225 this morning. So
You're lucky he didn't get a handful of you, because he'd have thrown you clear out to Grand.
what a delayed vertical suplex. Over 10 seconds there, folks. Krotch could be in trouble here. Oh, and the title dreams are still alive for Krotch, who has yet to taste championship gold here in 3X Wrestling. Krotch also forms a great team with Mad Dog McDowell, known as the Horn Dogs, very popular. Oh, it's those sledgehammer blows. Looks like he's setting up for the hammer thrower. Pulls him out like a sack of potatoes. Here it comes. Oh, hammer forward blocked by Krotch. Both feet in the face. Great move. And that comes to scouting your opponent, folks. He's been watching video. Krotch took this championship shot very seriously. Now, Keesaman cracking away with the blows.
Well, Krotch keeps falling into the same mistakes he's made
What
earlier.
a body slam.
And that's trying to
Hammer forward. He nailed him. Good night. Kick out. Wow, 2.8 count indeed there, folks. As Krotch is pumping out, the crowd is rallying behind him.
Could be setting him up for a Nordic spike.
Yes, looks like he's going for it. Oh, Krotch counters, holds onto the waist. O'Connor roll. Unbelievable. Oh, he'd be the first man tonight to not get the pin with the O'Connor roll.
You got to keep bringing that up, don't you?
I do.
You really do.
Leg lariat. Oh,
Whoa.
what a right hand by Krotch. Staggered Kraig Keesaman into the corner.
Really throwing
Deceptive
everything.
power by Krotch. He goes up top now. There's a whole flurry of punches. I'm guessing there'll be 10 of them for Kraig Keesaman. Right in the mush. Oh, Kraig Keesaman pushes them off, though, before the 10. Up and over goes Krotch. Kraig Keesaman better watch out here.
Come on, Kraig.
Springboard, sit down splash, right on the face and chest. He's got him. 2.
That's good.
Oh, we almost had a new Pure Wrestling champion. What an upset that would be for Krotch to get the win over Kraig Keesaman here.
Hey, well, he's not going to get the win over Kraig Keesaman. Don't count all your chickens before the hatch.
Jawbreaker, drop kick.
Come on.
Keesaman down in the corner. Oh, I know what's setting up for here. Here it comes. Krotch here, folks. He nails him with those thrusts. There's a drop kick for good measure, using the ropes for more agility, more athleticism, and momentum and power. It's calling for the Krotch rocket.
No.
That's one rocket Kraig Keesaman doesn't want to take a ride on here tonight, folks, because that means the end of his title reign.
No.
Up the ropes, up and over, no. Gets out of it. Keesaman misses the clothesline. Krotch, boot to the gut.
Come on.
Tornado DDT, no.
Yeah.
Throwing off. Stomach first. Nordic spike. What a Nordic spike.
Woo!
Devastating move. Kraig Keesaman is your Pure Wrestling champion, and that's exactly why.
It was unbelievable.
Phenomenal match. Great performance by Kraig Keesaman. And he wants a shot. Didn't want to interrupt David Anderson there. He certainly wants a shot at the heavyweight title.
He opened
I have to think Jimmy Rockwell will do something in the future to try to get a major revenge.
Well, if Jimmy Rockwell does, Kraig Keesaman's going to open up a can of Asgard on him.
Heavyweight title.
Coming up next month, you got to believe Kraig Keesaman will be in the gauntlet for the gold as we go to the 3XW replay. Look at this delayed vertical suplex. Beautiful move. Had him up there about 10 seconds. And could that be the fate for Aaron Masterson next month? As we know, Aaron Masterson will get a shot at Kraig Keesaman and the Pure Wrestling title. Nice sit-down splash by Krotch. Tornado DDT flung clear across the ring, right to the Nordic spike. He does it from all angles, all direction, folks. That is why Kraig Keesaman is the Pure Wrestling champ. Next month, Aaron Masterson versus Kraig Keesaman for the Pure Wrestling title.